I'm Brian Swisher, and joining me today is Miss Wanda. It's May 12th. Thank you, Miss Wanda, for being with us today and sharing your memories.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. And just to begin here, could you just give me a little history on yourself? You know, where were you born and raised?
Okay, I was born in Hampstead, and I lived here all my life. And I was born and raised on a farm, and we always farmed. And it's like all the farmers, they helped each other out and things when the farmers come do. And of course, there's a lot of farmers more then than it is now. And it seemed like we always had planted our grain, and the neighbors, they'd always come in, they would help us. And it seems like it'd always be rain, and when it was supposed to harvest peas, it seemed like, oh, that was a wet season. But we all managed to get along, and everybody helped each other along. So that was that. And then, of course, then we had to take them to the can factory. We used to have can factories in them days, and we hauled our peas up to Bankert's, and they'd done all the canning, and the peas, and the corn, and tomatoes. And I worked there sometime in the summertime, skinning tomatoes. And other people, that's where they went to for their extra help, was at the can factory there at Bankert's. And that was there for years and years and years.
Okay, that's very good. So, you know, being born and raised here, where did you go to school?
Went to Hampstead School.
To Hampstead?
In Hampstead, uh-huh.
Oh, okay. And did you have any siblings as well?
Any what?
Any siblings, brothers or sisters, or was it?
Yeah, I had it was my brother, and I had sister Helen Curtis and a brother Leroy Curtis, but she joined the Navy, and just us three. And he was born and raised on the Huffman Mill Road there off of Houcksville Road.
Oh, okay. Okay. And, you know, growing up with your siblings as well as your friends, did you have any favorite games you would like to play, or did you have any, like, really fun little hangouts in Hampstead where all the kids used to get together? Do you have any fond memories of that?
Well, it seems like that the children all stayed home, you know, because they all had plenty of work to do. We always had our cows to milk, and we always had our housework to do. But when we gather, when the snow was on the ground, we'd go to somebody's house, and we'd have hot chocolate over to Marshall Richards. There's a lot of time, and Elmer Richards. We'd go there at nighttime and we'd go sliding on the sleds. And then they'd come over to our house, and we'd go back and forth. And we really had it's just a nice community, and everybody knowed everybody.
Oh, wow. Well, that's good to hear. And, you know, being a Hampstead resident, did you work in the area through your life, or did you work, you know?
The only place I ever worked at was when I got out of school. I went to work at Merman's Sewing Factory. There in the middle of town, across from Sunset now. I worked there a while. Then I worked up at Graff's in Manchester Sewing Factory for a while. Then I got married and I didn't work no place.
There you go.
And then I had two children, and that was Harry Vernon Martin and Nelson Reed Martin. And they're both married now. And Vernon, he has, wait a minute now, he has 4 children and four grandchildren, and I have 4 grandchildren, and I'll stop and count them now. 2, 4. Becky's got 2. I got 4 great grandchildren.
Oh, wow. Wow, and are they in the Carroll County
And
area as well?
they live here in the Hampstead area.
Oh, great. So you get to see the generations grow. That's
Right,
good. They're all close
right.
to you. You know, you've been to Carroll County for quite some time. What changes have you seen in the Hampstead area, or can you just go into a little detail there of how you've seen the neighborhood change through time, or, you know, any similarities that you've seen?
Well, when we was growing up, my father, he liked Western movies. So every Tuesday night, we'd go out to Harrod's Nodders. Stuart Thompson, he ran a movie parlor, and we went to movies for a quarter.
Oh, wow.
And them days. And that was every Tuesday night. Then Harrod's Nodder have his store there. And, of course, we'd take and we'd get some candy and go to the movies with it. That was every Tuesday night. And then we'd take and do that. And then we used to have a bus service here in Hampstead. Years back, Graham's Bus Company. And they'd pick up a bus and ride it from Hanover to Baltimore every day there. So, and that was that. And then we had 2 sewing factories where the Farhouse is. That used to be a sewing factory. And then they moved out. And then down there, and then what else was we? Then we used to have. Then the movies moved from there over where Dickie Matthews is. They had a movie there for a while, and then Mike Mary had a recreation center, and everybody hung out there on Tuesday night. They used to shoot pool, had a bowling alley down underneath, and everybody enjoyed themselves down there. And then it had an awful fire, and that burnt all the way out. So then that took care of that. But then a lot of people went there on Saturday night, and even during the day, and shot pool and done other things. So that's what happened there.
Oh, that's nice. It sounds like a nice little area to get together.
Yeah, right. We had a nice. Everybody knowed everybody, but now nobody knows nobody.
Oh, yeah. So, with that statement there, would you say the community, or would you say it's been more urbanized? You see a lot more buildings as opposed to farmland. Of course, there's still a lot of farmland, but what changes landscape-wise have you seen?
Well, they seem like all the farmers has quit farming, and they put the land in soil bank, and what other people haven't bought, they have a lot of houses. Now, right back off the railroad track, all them houses back on there's all been built up there. So we've had a lot of changes. Then we also had a American Legion that had every Saturday night they'd have for young children to go, and they all went and they all enjoyed themselves, and the children was well behaved.
Was it a dance or?
Yeah, they had a dance every Saturday night down at the Legion, and that was run nice. My children always went there.
Oh,
too.
wow.
Yeah.
That's really nice. Back to so you stated you had grown up on a farm and everyone, all the farmers helped each other.
Yes.
And now you're stating, oh, the farming, it's still here, but it's not as big as it used to be.
Oh, it's nowhere as near as it used to be, because our big farm down there of Jake Leish's, they sold that to an industrial place. And that was a big farm. And then, of course, we had a big farm. It's like all the farms down around us has either been sold to make property or in land for the government. But there's no farming much around like it used to be. And the farm ground's all gone, too. I mean, they build houses, stuff around now. So that took care of a lot. There used to be a lot more farming in Carroll County than it is now. But still some, but not like it used to be on there.
Right. No, I absolutely agree. And in regards to your life through Carroll County, do you have any really fond moments or something that just pops in your mind and makes you laugh every once in a blue moon, or something you think of to cheer you up maybe when you're down? Is there anything
Not really.
No, not really.
The only thing that does that's when I get my family all together.
Oh, really?
And then I really enjoy myself there because they're all full of jolly. With all my grandchildren, my great-grandchildren, and my sons and their wives. We really enjoy ourselves, and we get together maybe 2 and 3 times a year, especially in summertime. So, and right now my son, he runs the arenas down here at Lorna town. So he's right busy too, and she is too, but we all get together.
That's really good. That's really good to hear. And then, you went to Hampstead, and I'm sure the schooling through your time has expanded as well. Like your grandchildren or your children, did they go to Hampstead as well, or did they go to one of the other schools that were open through time?
No, my children went to school. They went to Hampstead. I went to Hampstead school, but then most of them graduated from up here, the middle school, because that school was built, and that's where they went to, up there. But most of them went to the other school. My grandchildren and all of them went up there.
Definitely, because I know the schooling district, as the neighborhood's grown,
Yeah,
the schooling district, that this school opened next door, that school, so.
Well, see, my school that I went to now is for the middle class or the poor class, whatever you want to call it. Now they live there. So that's all taken care of too and been used.
Okay. And yes, I'm through with my questions here. Were there any memories, we may not have touched on? Is there anything else that you would like to share?
Any what?
Oh, is there anything else that you would like to share? Was there any memories we may have left out here through our questions?
No, the only thing is, Only thing I don't know, I was home, and I stayed home with my father and mother, you know, for a long time. But that's about all I can think of.
Okay.
Outside, the new bypass is coming, and everything coming up here.
It's changed a
And
lot.
the roads, and a lot of roads been built, you know, and different things that I don't know, been built up around every place.
Definitely. Yes, it's certainly been a lot of changes, huh?
Oh my, a lot of changes.
No. So the only other thing I can, or the only other item I can think of touching on is you stated you met your husband here in Carroll County.
Oh yeah, I met my husband. I worked at Elmers for a while, and there used to be a motorcycle place up there. And of course, I used to go up there, you know, with the boys, of course, naturally, right? And I met my husband up there, and we went together for a while, and then we were married. His name was Leonard Martin, and then I was married. Then I had 2 children, Vernon and Nelson. And then my husband, he went to New York, and he died of a heart attack. So then I remarried again, and I married Wanda Rill. And now he's gone, and I'm by myself.
No. So
Both marriages turned out fine.
And they were, and both were met in Carroll County?
Oh yeah.
Oh, wow.
My husband's the Rill's right up the street here. He's electrician and a plumber, and so he was born and raised. And he was born and raised on Snaresburg Road.
Oh, okay.
So he was a home guy too. But I got going with him through church. I go to Shiloh Church, and he goes to Shiloh Church too. He did.
That's really nice. That's really nice. So yes, yeah, that's all the questions. And you know, were there any other items you'd like to touch on, or?
Well, I can't think of any. I probably think a lot when I get out of here.
That's how it always goes. Well, I'd like to thank you again, Miss Wanda, for sharing your memories with us today.
Sure.
It's certainly appreciated.
Right. You're quite welcome, I'm sure.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, we're rolling whenever you're ready.
Okay, well, in the meantime, after my children got through school, then my son went on the farm. He took with his grandfather, which is my home farm, and then he went on into huckster business, and then he met Linda Hahn, and then him and Linda remarried. Linda remarried, and then they got married and had the children, and then now Linda and Vernon run Rena's in Hampstead here, our old hometown.
Okay, so they run the Rita's Italian Ice.
It's not Italian ice. It's really it's a little different than Italian ice. It's more of a custard, and they run it here on South Main Street here in Hampstead. And he lives right here on the right around. He has a house built on the farm which he farmed all his life. So that's it.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, we're rolling.
Then my other son Nelson, he married, and then now they live down in South Carolina, and they have one child named Sean. And that's it. Okay.
All right.
Thank you. Now I feel better.